All right. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a really special local nonprofit, one that's been a critical part of our community's health and safety for nearly 2 decades now. We're talking about the Wachusett Medical Reserve Corps. We're going to dig into who they are, exactly what they do, and how they are making a huge difference right here in our own backyard.
So, here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll introduce you to the organization. Then, we'll look at what their work actually looks like on the ground. After that, we'll explore what it's like to be a volunteer, why helping out is so powerful, and finally, we'll walk you through exactly how you can get involved if you feel the call.
Okay, let's jump right in. To really get a feel for the Wachusett MRC's impact, you first have to understand what this organization is all about and, honestly, the incredible scope of what they do.
Let's just start with this number right here, 22. That's a big number, right? Well, that's how many different towns across North Worcester County rely on this one single nonprofit. That's a huge area of responsibility, which makes their work as a health and safety resource just absolutely vital.
So what exactly is a medical reserve corps? Well, think of it like this. It's part of a national network, but its focus is totally local. These are teams of volunteers, and this is key. They can be medical or non-medical folks organized for one main reason: to help their own neighbors, boost public health, and make their own towns stronger and more resilient, especially when things go wrong.
And this really gives you a sense of their foundation. The Wachusett MRC isn't some brand new group. They're a registered 501c3 nonprofit that's been serving our communities since 2006. They're part of a trusted national network of over 800 units, but their real power, their engine, comes from local volunteers who are passionate about helping their own communities.
Okay, so that's the mission. But what does it actually look like when the rubber meets the road? How does all this talk of preparedness turn into real, tangible action when there's an emergency or a community event?
You know, their work is incredibly varied. Picture this. A huge winter storm knocks out power for days. MRC volunteers are right there helping run the emergency shelters. They're the ones staffing vaccination clinics or providing first aid at the town fair. They even do something called responder rehab, which is basically giving our firefighters and paramedics a safe place to rest, get some water, and get checked out during a long, tough incident. And it doesn't stop there. They're also out there educating the public on everything from making a family emergency kit to pet first aid. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Action is where preparedness meets community needs. It's the whole point. All that stuff we just talked about, it proves that this isn't about having plans just sitting on a shelf. It's about mobilizing trained people to be there on the ground doing the work right when their community needs them most.
This whole organization runs on people who choose to give their time. So let's talk about them. Who are these volunteers? What's the experience actually like? And how do they become part of this essential team?
This is probably the first question that pops into your head, right? You might be thinking, what could I possibly do? Do I have the right skills? Could someone like me really make a difference?
And the answer is, well, pretty much everyone is needed. Of course, the skills of nurses, doctors, and other medical pros are absolutely invaluable. But, and this is so important, so are the skills of community members. People who are good with logistics, communications, or just keeping things organized. Those skills are just as critical. It takes a whole team to respond to an emergency, not just the folks in scrubs.
The path to becoming a volunteer is actually really straightforward. It all starts with just signing up. From there, you get training. We're talking courses and real hands-on drills to build up your skills and your confidence. And then you're ready to serve. You become part of this incredible, organized team that's ready to answer the call.
So obviously volunteering makes a huge difference to the community. But the story doesn't end there. Here's where things get really interesting. The act of giving your time has a profound, scientifically backed impact on the volunteers themselves.
Now, this might actually surprise you. Beyond just that warm, fuzzy feeling you get from helping out, research has found a direct, powerful link between volunteering and your own personal health and well-being.
I mean, check this out. According to the Corporation for National and Community Service, people who volunteer tend to have lower mortality rates than people who don't. It's an incredible thought. Helping others could literally help you live a longer life.
And it's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. By staying physically and mentally active through service, volunteers often maintain a greater ability to do the things they love as they get older.
And on top of all that, there's the mental health side of things, which is just huge. That sense of purpose you get, the social connections you build, it's all strongly linked to lower rates of depression.
You're building your community's resilience, and at the same time, you're building your own.
Okay, so if you've been listening to all this and you're feeling inspired, thinking, I want to be a part of that, well, getting started is super easy. Let's look at exactly how you can connect with the Wachusett MRC.
The best place to start is their official website, wachusettmrc.org. That's WACHUSETTMRC.org. You'll find everything you need there, more info, training schedules, and all the forms to get the ball rolling. If you've got specific questions, maybe about your particular skills or what the time commitment is like, just shoot them an email. The address is right there on your screen, wachusettmrc@gmail.com.
And hey, if you're someone who'd rather just talk to a person, you can do that too. Just give them a call at this number. It's the direct line for the organization, and they'd be happy to talk to you about getting involved.
So we'll leave you with this one final thought. Emergencies don't give us a warning. And when they hit, it's our neighbors, our local teams, who are the very first line of defense. Being trained, being organized, and being ready to help, that's one of the most powerful ways we can strengthen our community. The real question is, when the call comes, will you be ready to answer?